Well, I was going to ask you about the Long Hot Summer because that is, I just rewatched that video and like, oh my God, this is really, it's kind of it's hot.
Uh,
And like, what was your role in that video? I'm sorry, I'm talking and you're talking.
that's my fault. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, no, okay, no, go. So tell your Long Hot Summer story and your role in that video.
Um, not sure I really had a role other than, I'm taking pictures, smiling all day. It was a gorgeous day, number one. It was on the river in Cambridge, it was on the Cam. It was filmed at Grantchester Meadow, which, if you're an old Pink Floyd fan, that was a Pink Floyd, very early Pink Floyd song called Grantchester Meadow, because I think what's his name used to live there. I have these brain farts every now and then. I can't think of people.
Sid, David,
Roger Watt.
Roger.
Before. Sid Barrett, I think, used to live there, and I think David Gilmour or Roger lives near there now as well. So, and that's a recent thing that I found out, that connection between that and Pink Floyd, which kind of that blew my mind as well. So it was just an incredible day. It's a Tim Pope video. So Tim's really wacky. He's a wacky genius, genius of pop videos and movies.
Yeah.
And Paul is just really playful. Paul likes kind of fucking with people and tearing up his image and subverting his image. And he was just, he's got his shirt off. It's like a picnic. It's the summer. It's a beautiful day. They're by the river. They're on boats. And Paul and Mick are just like stroking each other's head, and everyone's laughing. And it became this whole thing. It became this whole, oh, is Paul gay? I don't think Paul cares whether he's gay or not. He's just stroking Mick's head while not wearing a shirt. While lying.
A lot of undertones there. Yeah, I did. Of course, I didn't realize it at the time when I was a kid, but now watching it, like, oh my God, am I really in love with Paul Weller? Like,
I think we're all in love with Paul Weller. I mean, the pictures I have of him from that video, they're hot. Let's be honest. He's got his shirt off. Yeah. He looks like some kind of god in a lot of the pictures. The smoking doesn't turn me on, but he looks cool when he's smoking as well. And it's just Paul, It's funny because I have the most amazing pictures, I think, of Paul Weller. And I spent a ton of time with him, but I didn't feel like I ever really got to know him. Not like, say, Billy Bragg. But I think it's just Paul. I think Paul's pretty shy. And he has opinions. He has a lot of opinions, a lot of great opinions, actually. But I never felt like we were necessarily mates, even though, I worked with him a lot. And I kind of wish I'd worked with him more over the years, over the later years. But I got to take pictures of him again in May, back in England. Live. I didn't get to meet him this time, but that was pretty special.
Just this past year for a project?
In May, yeah, in Kilburn. And then I managed to, I was going to say blag. I didn't blag a ticket. I actually managed to find a ticket. And that's a whole other story as well, for the Brixton gig, Brixton Fair Deal. Or it used to be called the Fair Deal. The Brixton, I think it's the Academy. And I managed to squirm my way to the front. I was like two people from the front. And that was an amazing experience. And took photos. I didn't have a photo pass, but I took photos of that gig as well. But being that, I realized, when you're at the front, it's a completely different experience of a gig than being anywhere else. I did that with the Bunnymen as well, and it was amazing.